Hello everyone and now welcome to a game. This is going to be a game between Colorful and Romantic. Colorful has spawned as the blue night elf player over here on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Romantic has spawned as the red human over here on the bottom left. Human versus night elf in this 1v1 matchup. And well, what am I expecting to see? Keeper of the Grove, Archmage, as the opening, maybe a demon hunter as the second hero coming across from the night elf, and then perhaps a mountain king either into a blood mage or a well, I don't know. Will we actually see tier 3? It really depends on how long this game goes and whether or not we go into, well, mountain giants and the late tier 3. I'm awesome. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, getting through the middle of the week. Things are just, well, trying to get better and better as well. Someone keeps on moving my camera around. All right, how's that? Is that a little bit better? Things already getting set up. We are looking at an Ancient of War being built off over here. Where is it going to go? That is the question. It's going to try to actually make its way over to the Ogre Magi. That could be the case, and then perhaps trying to set up a Tree of Life closer. And what is this? I take it back. Colorful opening up with a late Altar of Elders, which indicates it would be a tavern hero. Two archers should be trained up during this time. One archer making its way to the tavern in the center portion of the map here on Northern Isle. And this is going to give an opportunity for Romantic to try and set up an expansion pretty much unopposed. Normally, the Ancient of War should be training up more and more archers. Not quite sure why it isn't doing exactly that now. Waiting for it. Waiting. Nope. Getting up there it goes. How did it get a jump in gold all of a sudden? Not quite sure, as we're now looking at an archer hanging over here by that tavern. Scouting footman will scout the archer over here by the tavern now. Wisp now making its way out across as well. 2-minute 15-second mark nearly done. Archmage already on the move. Militia already getting called over. Sheep actually blocking the path of that Archmage for just a split second. And well, we'll see how all of these random critters on the map do change things around. Beastmaster is already coming down into play, and it is not. Is it going to be an harassment attempt? No, it is not. Beastmaster now heading back off to the north, and it is a bear. Bears first. Early bears coming in from the night elf player. As we're looking at the Ancient of War having to trek actually a very far distance, actually going for triple archers early on, as we're going to see that damage now add up here. All right, pulling back all of those units once more. We're going to see some damage. Ice Troll High Priest could get taken out very, very quickly, as we're going to see the Ogre Magi now come across in and absorb some of that damage. Meanwhile, down to the south here, a bear, well, just causing a little bit of harassment. That is a large amount of hit points, and it does deal a decent amount of damage to those peasants here, as Romantic already getting up one scout tower at his natural expansion, but nothing yet at his main base. All right, Bear is hungry for some peasants, so to speak. Romantic gonna go ahead and dive on in with that one peasant there, and then come back around as the bear is looking like a time life death, or is it gonna be an actual death? It is gonna be too close to call. I think it was actually full low on hit points, as we see now a reveal heading off to the north. Crystal Ball by Romantic, revealing that it is indeed a fast expansion attempt, as an Ancient of War getting into position alongside some Moonwells. Beastmaster back here, it does have a Talisman of Evasion. Murloc Tide Runner, Beastmaster now makes its way over, drops a Sentry Ward, and quickly spots his opponent, making a beeline move off to the north. Romantic has going to be able to shut down this expansion before it gets up and running. However, the question is going to be how many units, if any, will he lose? All right, Tree of Life looking like it's going to be canceled here in just a second. Archer's trying to dance away here. Tree of Life down to 65 hit points and now able to back away. Meanwhile, one low hit point Putman down to 31 hit points, still able to escape, as the Archmage now retreats back with, expansion already in position. I am surprised that we don't see a scout tower over here in the main base. Staff of Teleportation be used by the Archmage in order to, teleport inside the main base of Romantic. Romantic in trouble, or sorry, Colorful now in a little bit of trouble. Once more, we're getting the Hunter's Hall, trying to, see how long it is going to be sticking around, whether or not it's just going to be canceled at the last second as well. And it looks like that is going to be the case, canceled at the last moment, as the Bears are now back out onto the field. All right, Water Elemental was dropped temporarily. Water Elemental does move relatively slow. Archers shooting down that Water Elemental, already down to 250 some odd hit points, as the Archmage now trying to rotate back off to the other side here. All right, new Tree of Life already about halfway odd hit points, still growing steadily, as that Water Elemental down to 62 hit points could end up getting taken down. Beastmaster, or one more arrow, is it going to be enough? Is the Archer going to be able to get that last? Well, no, Bear gets the last hit, as the Beastmaster now has Boots of Speed to play in this game of chase and tag. Uh, Coming back off to the north, Footman heading back off to the north here. We're looking at Beastmaster with Boots of Speed, Scroll of Town Portal. Bears in that frontline position going to be absorbing a good amount of damage. Meanwhile, all of these Arachnids should get taken down. There's the Overlord right there with that Command Aura. Command Aura does represent a large amount of damage, as that unit is still trying to back away. However, the Nerubian Web Spinner can spawn up those skeletal minions, and that does end up becoming a problem. Finish that off there. Beastmaster gets up to level 3, now goes for level 2 Bear, but still has not shown any Quill Beasts or anything else like that. Are we going to be looking at more experience? Yeah. Interestingly enough, these skeletal warriors that pop up out of the ground still give gold in addition to experience, since they are technically creep controlled. So and I guess that is a way to get every bit of gold out on the map, get that web spinner to spawn up these skeletal warriors, level 1 creeps that actually give a decent amount of gold. 8 gold, you saw anywhere from 6 to 9, I think. So that does add up pretty nicely. All right, Romantic now healing up at his natural expansion. Gonna go ahead and go for a Staff of Teleportation. Where is he going next? Going inside the main base of Colorful once more, attempting to shut down these Ancients of Lore while they are under construction. However, 2 bears. This could spell bad news. These bears do actually have Bash, and with Bash could stun down the Archmage if it is trying to use a Staff of Teleportation in order to get away. Meanwhile, an army of footmen now running back off to the north here, as a lone water elemental in the back end to get finished off. Beastmaster sitting at level 3 needs to run over to its natural expansion. As we're looking at the entangled gold mine, are we going to see a bit of repairs underway? Nope, no repairs, just straight up trying to... Well, there's the repairs now, free repairs. Beastmaster making its way over again, as the bear doesn't gonna get off a shot. No bashing at all, as we're gonna see another water elemental perhaps get taken down once again. The bear actually fast movement speed, so it is actually able to close in on that distance quite well, as that water elemental about to get taken down. I think archers only have an average movement speed, so that bear is actually moving around the map at a pretty decent pace, being able to catch up and perhaps even stun down that Archmage. Coming back off to the north here, Beastmaster seeing that level 3 picks up Claws of Attack +5, gonna get to level 4 off of this creep camp there, I believe. Yep. And is he gonna go for the Thunder, the Thunderhawk? The Thunderhawk with that magic damage would be very effective against the footmen, but it would not transition very well if we are going into, say, Spellbreakers. We're looking at a double Barracks, double Arcane Sanctum. Thank you for the follow, Creek. But still only sitting at keep with a Mountain King now alongside the battlefield. Dryads are positioned off over here. Archmage getting in some... Was that just an illusion? Yeah, just an illusion. I was wondering how come the Dryad isn't taking any damage. Beastmaster picks up a Mana Stone, just what the Doctor ordered to continue to, well, use all of those summons without really being that concerned. It is going to be an additional 25% mana regeneration. On top of that, can always use it for a one-time potion of greater mana. Stormbolt actually missing the target, traveling a bit too far, as those archers and dryads finish off that illusion. Off to the north here, we are interesting that we're seeing Moonwells also being built at the natural expansion in addition to the main base, so they're not all at the same location. I don't believe there's a Staff of Preservation though, even though we already have bears out on, or Druids of the Claw out on the battlefield. Druid of the Claws are still at Adept Training. Tree of Eternity is done. Are we getting, yes, a bear upgrades already underway, as the footmen are looking to take down that Moonwell here. All right, units looking to retreat back. Removing that home field advantage is absolutely key, as the units are trying to make their way through through here. All right, Beastmaster trying to retreat back. Bear, Druids of the Claw in that front line, still trying to buy time to, well, to really be able to transform into that bear mode as the Beastmaster shows up to the party. All right, this could be a large amount of damage. Archmage all of a sudden stunned. Could be in a big deal there. As you can see, the Archmage trying to retreat back. All right, a Quill Beast could, oh, are we going to get a body block? No, the Wisp did not block there. And the Archmage did end up just going for a heal. All right, are we going to see this one Archmage get taken down or stunned down? No, that is not the case. Meanwhile, one Raging Bear left behind to try to finish all of this off. Colorful losing many of his Moonwells, now sitting at 50 over 50 supply, completely supply blocked after losing 3 Moonwells and unable to train up any units. Romantic with a much larger army at this stage in the game. But the Beastmaster, well, it should be able to get to a level 6 fairly fast since it is a solo Beastmaster with a little bit of bonus experience. All right, Bear's now trying to work their way on in. That Bear and Quill Beast joining in on the fight. How much damage can really be done? Stormbolt perhaps onto the Archmage or onto that Beastmaster. Beastmaster dropping a Quill Beast there, looking to get in some damage. And, well, thank you for the follow as we're looking at the Beastmaster really absorbing far too much damage. So far, the Quill are trying to go after those priests. There goes another priest once more as we're finally getting Dispel Magic onto those Quill Beasts for a tactical retreat. Those Riflemen are 1-1 upgraded. Units are all retreating back now. We are going to go ahead, see the reveal there. Beastmaster needs to buy a new Scroll of Town Portal, needs to head off there, perhaps get that, as we are now looking at a Panda as that follow-up hero. All right. We're looking at 57 over 90 supply now. Okay, 57 over 90 supply. Panda is out onto the battlefield. It looks like it is Drunken Haze first over Breath of Fire, and that makes sense when you're trying to really reduce the amount of damage that these riflemen, who generally do clump up together, how much damage they are dealing. Once the riflemen, well, can't shoot the broadside of a barrel, all of a sudden their damage is significantly less. And then you can also add in that Breath of Fire as well for that follow-up damage. Too. Fairy dragons are ready on the move there. I believe that was just a Quill Beast. Beastmaster off to the side. There's a new Quill Beast, and they're perhaps going to try to go after all of those casters in the backside. Ivory towers being placed down. Scout towers. Are we going to turn them into arcane towers? That's the question. No, guard towers in position as the riflemen, well, trying to pick a fight here. Romantic in a great spot, going to be able to, well, let's continue to build up all of these towers. And this is not a good spot for Colorful at all, even though he does have home field advantage with those Moonwells. I just didn't think that Romantic would be that aggressive and bring so much to the party here as we are ready to go. All right, Bears in that frontline spot. There's a Monster Thunderclap slowing down many of those units. Bears now making their way back across here. Are we going to perhaps see some Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire go down on these units as the guard towers are nearly completed? Massive repairs are underway. There is a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. All the units are trying to back up as the archers are looking to finish off some of those guard towers there. There goes one, that additional damage. Are we going to see one guard tower get finished off? Yes, it is. All three completely getting finished off at just the right moment as the fairy dragons are in the air, ready to mana flare if possible. All right, there is another roar. There's some more rejuvenation. Druids of the Claw should be in bear form, and there you have it as the Mountain King throws down another thunderclap. Potion of mana at Scroll of Healing on that Mountain King. More thunderclaps will be coming across. 77 supply compared to 70. Archers need to start focusing their targets back onto the priest and the sorceress, and then finally the riflemen. The footmen still have the fend as the Druids of the Claw are trying to retreat back again. Are we going to get more rejuvenations? Yes, we are, as the units are just trying to make their way back over. All right, Micro is going to be absolutely key. Staff of Preservation saves one unit there as the Brewmaster still sitting at level 2. Mana Stone given and transferred over to the Brewmaster as the Quill Beast, or the Beastmaster gets up to, or the Brewmaster getting up to level 3. Are we going to see level 2 Breath of Fire? We may see that Stormbolt right there. Level 3 Breath of Fire is going to go across multiple units again as we see it now level 3 Mountain King. Mountain King could try and, well, Stormbolt do a little bit of damage back once more. More rejuvenation coming across multiple units. That Druid of the Claw very low, well, down to 408 hit points just because he only has 580 while in that bear form, and that Arcane Tower is now up and operational. All right, Panda gonna perhaps try and get down a Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire combination across all of those units. Are we gonna see that? Are we gonna see a Drunken Haze? Nope, no Drunken Haze, no Breath of Fire, and then this should be an anti-magic potion being here to try and, well, absorb some of that Arcane Tower damage, or Arcane Tower feedback. Big Thunderclap coming across multiple bears as we're looking at this fight in the center portion of the map. Bear's going to be able to finish off all those units. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, there's a Thunderclap. A little bit of, well, a slow on both sides there as the units are just in a massive run back. Brewmaster still has plenty of mana because of that Mana Stone, and should be able to follow it up here. Thank you for the host once again, as the Brewmaster does get, I believe, another Breath of Fire across, and the Archmage finally says, you know what, I do not want to be anywhere near this fight. Let me go ahead and escape. All right. Last Arcane Tower about to get taken down. 71 supply compared to 71. Romantic with 1,400 gold in the bank. Upgrades 2-2 versus 2-1. And this is still anyone's game. Main gold mines have less than, excuse me, less than 7 minutes left going on here. Expansions also have even less than that, 5 minutes. The expansions actually have less gold than the main bases. And now we're going to transition into, well, taking out these expansions here in the corner, and then trying to see if both sides can actually get up to 3 or get up that backup base if necessary. All the Druids of the Claw are actually in, well, Druid mode to try to max out their mana just a bit more. A little bit of a dangerous proposition, considering if you accidentally come across your opponent's army at this time, well, you are going to end up taking a significant amount of damage. All right, bears now already transforming here. One bear needing a little bit longer to turn into that druid form, getting up to 23, 24, 25 mana. Is he going to turn into a bear now? Yes, he can hardly bear it, as we're looking at the, well, Town Hall getting pressured very heavily. All right, Town Hall, Breath of Fire across all the Beastmaster in that backside here. Beastmaster very close to level 6. Is he going to get to level 6? Is he going to finish off any of these units? Panda could try to get off another Breath of Fire. There's Mana Flare off on the side there, as we are looking at level 6 on that Beastmaster now. Level 6 Beastmaster. We do have Thunder Lizards, but how effective is it going to be with a Mountain King right there? All right, towers completely taken down. Scroll of Town Portal trying to whisk everyone away. 76 supply compared to 70. Well, 74, as Romantic loses his expansion, but at the same time, in the same way, already setting up his new base here. All right, we see triple arcane towers ready to go. We are getting inner fire on these riflemen. Priests, well, much more effective when your target has higher armor, as you're preventing more damage and still healing a static number. Ancient of War gonna end up getting taken down here in just a moment. I don't know, maybe going for a level 3 bears would actually have been better than trying to go for that ultimate ability, knowing that the Mountain King is gonna, well, Mountain Kings be able to Stormbolt so easily. Dryads, more units coming across here. Mana Flare, Anti-Magic Potion, Brewmaster able to dodge that little bit of Thunderclap damage, as the Brewmaster is still trying to engage in that frontline spot. Druids of the Claw have to be very careful, as we see the Mountain Giants now grabbing a couple of clubs and, well, getting a little bit of range on that melee attack. Staff of Sanctuary and Staff of Preservation being used by both sides. Another, well, Paladin could be in trouble here. Paladin is actually in a lot of trouble. Are we going to see a Breath of Fire down to 205 hit points? More damage added in. Mortar Team coming in from the backside. Is it going to get finished off? One more shot's going to finish it off. There's level 4 as the Brewmaster, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple units. Mortar Team is slowly getting burned to death and will end up falling. Mountain King down to 400 hit points, trying to get healed, trying to stay alive as the units are still engaging. And this is where I say the Raging Bear would have been better, would have been able to blink onto a Paladin, perhaps bash, stun him, do a little bit more, as opposed to that Thunder Lizard ultimate ability. One of those things where, yes, the cool factor of being able to summon Thunder Lizards, it cannot be denied, and well, it does definitely need to be countered, but as any human player knows, it is easy to counter a channeled ability when you have a level 4 Mountain King. Mountain King just seems to be tanky enough, able to just make its position known, as the Mountain King going to get more mana, up to 375, going to go up to 405 now, and, well, be able to launch those Storm Bolts and those Thunder Claps. Level 6, level 4 versus level 5, level 4, level 2. The expansion, not worth rebuilding. Only 4 minutes of mining left. The main gold mines nearly mined out, as this expansion, what has been under operation for quite a bit of time. Romantic continuing to grow that economic advantage. All right, income across all these units. Druids of the Claw, well, interestingly, actually still in Druid form. Going to go ahead and transform, rejuvenate, and then try and save this expansion here. Is it going to be able to do exactly that? There we go, as we see a Thunderclap go down. Once more, Beastmaster, Mana Flare coming across on the far side. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire going across many of those frontline units as Staff of Preservation, saving another unit there. Archmage says, you know what, I don't want to stay anywhere near this fight. Let me see what else we can finish off, as another unit gets taken down. Really, if Colorful is able to win this game, it is going to be because of his bear management. Bear management, something that I didn't really consider, but making sure your bears have mana is a very important factor. Oftentimes I see a lot of professional players in the past
Our
keep their
warriors have
bears in a
engaged the
bear
enemy.
form and then transform them into druids whenever they just need to get a little bit of cast that rejuvenation. However, while in bear form, your mana regeneration is actually significantly lower, so it may
Our
actually makes more
warriors have
sense to spend
engaged
that
the
extra
enemy.
50 mana transforming in and out of bear form, to heal, to heal, and then get back into bear form here, as we're looking at, well, trying to get a little bit more rejuvenations going once again. Also, rejuvenation much more effective while you are in druid form, as you can get back into full hit points before trying to transform back over. Beastmaster, perhaps considering he should have gone for level 3 summon bear
Our
instead of that
warriors have
thunder lizard
engaged the enemy.
ability halfway to level 6 with nothing to really show for it with that additional ability there, as the Beastmaster, well, considers his
Our gold
options.
mine is
Panda,
running low.
still sitting at level 4, has max and a potion of mana now instead of that mana stone as a follow-up. Are we going to see a tree of life or the tree of eternity make its way over there? That is the question here. We could perhaps get nature's
Our
blessing,
warriors
but
have
staff of
engaged the
preservation, you,
enemy.
you have to be very careful with that, as the quill beasts are now diving into position. Romantic just look sit on this bank here, has 2/1/1 upgrades. A couple of dead peasants down here, as the Beastmaster is still gaining a little bit of experience. Brewmaster sitting at level 4. Once we get to level 5 with level 3 Breath of Fire, perhaps that could be enough to make something happen. Also, a Blinking Bear could be able to close in on that distance and well, try and dance around past those arcane towers again, as it is going to be a split-pronged
The
attack.
gold
All
mine
right,
has
Bear
collapsed.
and Quill Beast back across over here. Army of Romantic, actually on the wrong side of the map. Here we are, here we go, as Colorful ready to put pressure onto Romantic's main base. Take down the
Our
production,
warriors have
not as
engaged the
important as
enemy.
the expansion here. As what is going on here? Well, Romantic knows that he does not want to give his opponent the time to leave these summons off
Your
over here.
victory
Takes
is
care of them
satisfying.
first, as well trades a summon for 2 bears, as the flying machines are getting ready to engage. All right, here we are. We're going to look at a big thunderclap. Where is that? Oh, Blizzard also raining down, and all of a sudden the damage is just racking up very quickly. That retrain from water elementals into Blizzard, absolutely huge, as Mana Flare, well, bursting down, causing a large amount of problems. All right, you can see the Mana Flare could take down multiple units here. If we see any slow, are we going to see a Breath of Fire? Well, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, as the Paladin trying to back away once more. A little bit of slow poison damage. Beastmaster doesn't have that much going. There's the Drunken Haze, there's the Breath of Fire, as the Sorceress does get taken out, and a little bit of damage over time still. Blizzard still raining down, causing, irrecoverable damage here, as the Knights could also get taken down there, as a couple of bears may get taken out. Oh, Staff of Preservation saves at the last possible moment. Dryads more raining down here. Level 2 Holy Light saving a couple of units again, as the Dryads are looking to poke apart more units once more. One bear does end up getting taken down at the hand of Blizzard, as the Archmage surprisingly have double
Your
claws of
build
attack.
is complete.
Claws of attack plus 12 and claws of attack plus
Our
9,
gold mine
but
has
opted to
collapsed.
transform into Blizzard. That doesn't quite make that much sense. All right, coming back off to the north here. All right, there is that bear management once more. Staff of preservation. There's that raging quill beast again. Wisp being transferred over. Tree of life is trying to entangle this gold mine here. We're looking at 69 supply compared to 64. Romantic actually a little bit
Our
behind in
warriors
the
have
overall
engaged
gold,
the
but
enemy.
leading in the economic race here as we're regenerating some of those precious hit points. Beastmaster sitting at level 6, using up that clarity potion now. And I'll say it again, that Thunder Lizard training was actually a major setback and a
Our
mistake. If
warriors have
Colorful
engaged
comes
the
to look
enemy.
at this game, I think he'll agree with me, as being able to blink with that bear gives you so ability. But then again,
Your buildings
hindsight is
need.
2020. It's no, not knowing how a
Our
game is going to
warriors have
perhaps
engaged the enemy.
unfold is absolutely key. As we're looking at the Beastmaster or the Quill Beast is going to run off over there, perhaps get down this one Quill, get down one of those units, trying to finish off. There's that Quill Beast is going to finish it off. No, oh, one more shot to take down one of those units there, and now finally going after that rifleman. Okay, is it actually going to chase? No, peasant's going to go after it there. Oh, so many opportunities to take down units and did not do so. Beastmaster sitting at 230 needs just a little bit more experience. Two more peasant kills would be enough. And there's a bear just sitting in the gold line
Our
now,
warriors have
preventing any
engaged the
mining.
enemy.
Quill Beast trying to dance around, keeping that distance away. 600 hit point fast moving Quill Beast because of that frenzy. Flying machines still flying around across there doing patrolling of the skies. Don't want to allow those
Our
fairy
warriors
dragons
have
to,
engaged the
well,
enemy.
play their game too much, as we may see this workshop get taken out. Oh, there's a knight there. Well, that is not a low hit point unit, easy to pick off at all. Fast movement speed, 900 or 960 hit points with 7 armor, or 985 hit points with 6 or 7 armor, able to retreat back easily there. All right, what is the Beastmaster looking to do? Is it going to try and take down some of these buildings? And that is the next question to have. There is Roar, Beastmaster,
Our
summoning
warriors have
another
engaged the
Raging
enemy.
Bear again, as the fairy dragons phasing in and out. There goes as quick stun as the Mountain King, well, has been sitting at level 5. Level 5 on the Panda, level 3 Breath of Fire could cause problems. Level 2 Drunken Haze, adding up a little bit more damage once more. And where are we going to be going next? As well, that slow poison damage, Mountain King in that frontline spot. Fairy Dragon's going to go ahead and Mana Flare.
Our
There is
warriors
that damage coming across. There's that Breath of Fire. Archmage was not, I don't think he was really affected by this, but things could go sideways very fast as we're looking at that damage. And there's that Roar once more. All right, Eunice trying to pull back once again, as the Beastmaster is low on mana, unable to do anything really. No summoning of any additional units, as the Fairy Dragons, well, even with 18 armor, could take a large amount of damage. Dryads now putting into pressure here. Knight could get taken down. Are we going to see a Staff of Sanctuary? No. Holy Light right there. Archmage dangerously low on hit points. Are we going to see any more Breath of Fires departing? No, we are not, as all those units are going to go ahead and disappear again. Back down here, one Quill Beast still shutting down all the mining, and it looks as though Colorful has taken the economic lead by splitting up those summons. Mountain King trying to retreat back once more. There's a Breath of Fire. He's going to do a little bit of dodging, as more units are just trying to phase through. All right, there's Fairy Dragons again in the air. Flying Machines are going to be able to shoot them down. Low hit point Archmage going to get taken down. There it goes. Level 7 on that Beastmaster. Level 5 on that Brewmaster. Is the Brewmaster going to get to level 6? That is the question, as Colorful takes down the main hero, and well, everything else starts to crumble. Colorful coming out ahead in the very end of this matchup. Resource score so close, and the ending experience on that hero making a real big difference. That last Archmage kill provided 300 experience to the Beastmaster and that Panda, and you can see that's really where things started to fall apart. Romantic unable to keep that Archmage alive. Very, very well played. Bear management, bear mana management, absolutely key in that matchup. Being able to rejuvenate a bear while it's in druid form to get more out of that rejuvenation. Solid Staff of Sanctuaries and Staff of Preservations on both sides. I wouldn't say up to Imba levels where you couldn't really kill a unit, but that's just because the sheer amount of damage was so high on both sides. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.